At the age of 16, Sam Canizet experienced the shock of his life. After finishing a soccer game, the teen went wading at the beach in Melbourne, Australia, only to exit the sea and discover that his legs were covered in blood. According to the Sydney Morning Herald, it appeared like unidentified sea animals had attempted to eat the kid alive. Sam sensed something while just knee-deep in the water at Brighton's Dendy Street Beach, but he didn't give it any thought. His toes initially started to tingle. About 30 minutes later, he came out of the water and felt something else strange. He shrugged off his legs, assuming it was simply sand, and went on. We will find out what happened to him together, so make sure to keep watching the entire story and to subscribe to our channel for more. Sam remembered the strange sensation he had had as he saw what he assumed was sand coating his ankles and lower calf as he got out of the water. He also noticed that blood was starting to trickle down his ankles and feet as he proceeded to get his possessions. He was bleeding heavily from his legs, and it wouldn't stop. Jared Canizet hurried his son to the hospital when he was unable to stop the bleeding, where the medical staff was equally perplexed by the boy's condition as Sam continued to seep blood from his legs 18 hours later, still lying in the hospital, and the doctors had no idea why. The teen had been repeatedly bitten by microscopic marine critters that were essentially trying to devour him alive. It was eventually discovered. Doctors, however, were baffled as to who the precise offender was. And when the teen was wading in the water, experts initially thought that scavenging sea lice or isopods might have been chewing on his legs. The theory is a stretch, though, as sea lice typically just leave a little rash and don't result in bleeding. Sam's father went to the beach to conduct his own research in an effort to figure out what was going on. It wasn't long before he had what he wanted after arming himself with some meat and a pool net. Jared was able to capture some of the animals and record the hordes as they raced to devour the flesh so he could show the doctors exactly what had injured his son. Jared didn't actually have any sea lice, according to Alastair Poor, an associate lecturer at the University of New South Wales. Instead, he said that they resembled amphipods. Poor pointed out that amphipods aren't known for biting people, thus he doesn't think that these explanations are true, so this didn't do much to explain Sam's mystery. Sam's mother, Jane Canizet, spoke while sitting by her son's hospital bedside as his legs continued to flow blood days after the incident. Even if the offender has not been found, she may have been successful in her mission because many people will be reluctant to even re-enter the water after witnessing this.